Christmas time is here again, and as such there are a handful of rituals and traditions that go along with it. Hello everybody, this is Bobby Gaines, here in a familiar place, although I've purposely kept a lot of it off camera. Christmas Central is where I am sitting right now. It is about 75% done, and I'm keeping it under wraps for the time being. But what I am ready to reveal is my Christmas logo. And the Christmas logo has been a pretty big deal in recent years, but I mean even further back than that. But mainly, I mean, this is also an opportunity to reflect on the fact that it is Christmas again. It is Christmas time, it is the Christmas season. Thanksgiving is a little over a week away, and wow, is all I can say. Christmas, really, and as it pertains to the logo, Christmas embodies so many different things, and that's kind of what makes the logo fun. Also what makes it challenging every year is kind of how do I emphasize another part of Christmas or kind of just put it all together. You know, I always kind of go back and forth on how I want to represent Christmas visually. And that's why the logo is such a big deal to me every year. Because Christmas is, you know, at its core, it is a childlike holiday. It is just pure joy. Just that feeling that you get from the time that you're 5 years old to the time that you're 85, you know, just waking up and knowing that it's Christmas, and whatever you do, you know, just doing it and going all out and, you know, running to the tree or to whatever you do, just that feeling of Christmas Day itself, and even the time leading up to Christmas Day, that excitement, you know, checking off your calendar. So there's a lot of excitement to Christmas, and I wanted to capture that, a lot of movement, a lot of just fun. But then there's that other part of Christmas that I really like, which is kind of the traditional, kind of almost quiet reverence for the holiday. You know, you picture those Christmas Eve scenes with the fireplace going and, you know, couples kind of just embracing, waiting for the holiday, and, you know, family getting together, sharing pleasantries. You know, it's just, Christmas has so many different layers to it. And then, of course, there is the religious and the holy aspect of it, which is when, you know, Christmas deserves a little reverence and a little more quiet, somber sort of observance. And those are all great parts of Christmas that I always, you know, through my displays I represent it, through my logo I represent it. There are so many things, you know, and I don't really realize it until it is Christmas again. There are so many things that I do every year that I put a ton of thought into. Everything from the logo, to the wrapping paper, to the ornaments, to just the different colors I use. Everything has a reason. And again, I couldn't even tell you what it is in July, but when it is Christmas time, that is on my mind. You know, even in October, I start to think, you know, what direction do I want to go with the logo? And when it comes to the logo, what I focus on most are, you know, colors and symbolism. Because, I mean, let's be honest, that's part of what makes it easy, but also part of what makes it challenging about making the logo is that there have been so many different symbols to represent Christmas. I mean, you have the tree, you have stars, snowflakes, snowmen, Santa, you know, all these different things that are already associated with Christmas. So I don't have to make those up. Those are already there. And colors, red and green. I mean, ever since I was young, it's always been red and green and white and blue. Blue and white is blue and white, silver, sort of, silver and gold, you know. It's a Christmas song. But, you know, most times I do focus on just the red and green. Again, every year, every Christmas, while it ties back to the same basic belief system, I've always kind of pressed on that every year. While it does do that, I do try to treat every Christmas as a different entity, because it is different. You know, every year there's something different about it. It's hard to really put it into words, but I always try to make my logo say that too, you know, that this Christmas is going to focus on this. This Christmas is going to be, you know, a combination of all things, but also its own unique, episodic kind of entry. So the Christmas 2015 logo, which I'm revealing now, which I will show bigger on video when I edit this, is kind of a departure in some ways, because I do focus more on the blue and white. The kind of just starry night type of feel is really what I wanted to capture here. But also some of the fun, you know, the Christmas logo itself, the font. And I go back and forth with the font every year too. 2012, I think, was my most notable use of font, just going crazy with these hand-drawn letters that all represented just kind of colorful, fun things about Christmas. And in the past, I've done cursive fonts, I've done big, bold fonts. There's not really a wrong answer when it comes to the font. I thought this year it'd be kind of nice to go back to kind of a digital rendering and do like a kind of a cursive font, but also something a little more fun. So it's like a flowing type of letterhead that I use for the Christmas text, as you can see here, and the 2015. And then the Christmas tree, because the Christmas tree, to me, is still probably the most recognizable symbol, the most central symbol, some pun intended, to everything. I mean, no matter how many lights I put up, no matter how many, shiny things I have, no matter how many songs or whatever I do with Christmas, it's always the tree. The tree is always here. It's always smack dab in the middle of this room. It's where the presents are. It's where the family gathers. It's everything, pretty much. So, to not represent the tree in some way, I felt like this was the year that I was going to focus on some different ideas in terms of that kind of waiting for Christmas feel. And that's kind of what this logo is. It's kind of like Christmas in the distance, but also Christmas as it gets closer. Again, the Christmas logo is one of those things. You guys don't know how much I really do toil at this logo. Like, I change it, I change the font, I change the colors, I get rid of it, I make a new one. I mean, I really do every year put thought into how I want to go about Christmas, what I want to do with the logo. I've had 3 or 4 different ideas for this one. Some of them are a little too close to last year's logo, so that's why I changed it a little bit. I changed the shape and the colors, but they're all great. Like, all my Christmas logos have special meaning to me, and I'm happy to say that this one came out fantastic, and I look forward to using it in future Christmas videos and future Christmas cards and messages and everything. So this is the 2015 feel, if that gives you any idea what we're looking at in terms of Christmas Central, which is right in front of me, and it looks fantastic as well. Christmas, it just gets bigger every year, and I look forward to carrying on that tradition. I like to think, every Christmas I'm kind of taking a little nod to my younger selves, all of them. My younger selves in my 20s, my younger selves in my teen years, and my younger self when I was waiting for Santa Claus out here. Like, every year I think that I'm, doing my best to carry on the vision of my younger selves every Christmas. No matter who my friends were, no matter what I was doing in terms of seeing family, every year when Christmas returns, I try to come up with the best all-together visual, audio, all-around experience I can, because you only get to do it once a year, and I'm ready to do it again. I've been ready to do it again, as you can tell. I put a lot of thought into the logo. I put a lot of thought into other things, which we will see in the next month or so. So, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you like the new logo. You'll be seeing a lot more of it on my channel. Subscribe to Bobby Productions if you haven't already. Have a happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and I will be talking about this again soon.